Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Now he's loose down the left sideline. DeAndre Swift. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. A great run here in the first, and I think we know one guy who wants a trip to that Super Bowl.
And the way his team is reacting, the way they're blocking for him, they want to go along with him, don't they?
Absolutely. Here's Swift, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown! DJ Moore from 6 yards away. And the Bears have struck first in this NFC title game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
They go play action with Hurts. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of his playoff matchup is intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Here's Williams. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 37 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Running again with Barkley on second down. Barkley hit and the ball pops free, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense. Coming up that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jervon Dexter in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 55 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. To throw, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Williams. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go.
They will run it with Swift here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
19 tight, 19, 70 range, 70 range. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Moore, the man in motion.
19 Lion. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Williams going to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Go, go,
Barkley, inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Second down, here's Barkley again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Hey, 73. Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Simba Webster from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll drop the throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on third down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball third time to try and make up for the first two. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
Hey, easy, 63, pass. Carl left, get it. Carl left, get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Riggs, track at 60. Warrior 70. Check out.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's got Allen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. To throw, it's Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Good, set. Crowd left, Yeti.
A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here's a give to Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down and 8. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hurt sets up to throw it. Steps away. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jervon Dexter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing is Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Williams.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
That's caught inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
73.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63. Hey, Silver.
Throwing is Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, 73, 73.
Here's Hurts to throw. Able to connect with Dotson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They wind up with 6 on the hookup there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Bears 23, Eagles 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, Williams. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Operating from the gun, Williams. And this is caught. He hits more. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
Now they'll change things up.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Go, Reed, go. Go.
Evans running straight ahead.
Down to the 25.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Third down and 6. They'll run right here with Swift. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis,